There is a new initiative today that gives LA residents more power to reduce construction disruption in their neighborhoods. Mayor Villaraigosa and Councilman Jack Weiss revealed details this morning at a construction site in Sherman Oaks. The new so-called Good Neighbor Initiative, as he calls it, is aimed at eliminating such nuisances as excessive noise, traffic problems, and debris pileup. Starting on Tuesday, a posted sign at every construction site must list work hours, among other things.
This is a step in ensuring accountability and getting construction sites to be more accountable and responsible in the work that they do.
Residents were urged today to call 311 to report any violations they see.
But some hillside residents say they face a much bigger problem when it comes to canyon construction. Channel 4's Robert Kovacic has more on the controversy over what some people call McMansions.
Once considered a bohemian commune, Laurel Canyon is now a coveted community of upscale single-family homes. But one ritual sticks from the counterculture 60s when Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin lived here. Photo Day, when residents eagerly gather outside the Canyon Country store for the annual picture of Canyon camaraderie. Living here is now so coveted, when Joni Mitchell wrote about paving paradise in her album Ladies of the Canyon, perhaps she knew she would one day be including her own backyard. If there are any backyards left.
It's the McMansionizing of the hillsides.
McMansions are considered large homes built on small or average-sized lots. All of it.
That's a 3-level, close to 6,000-foot house.
And how big is your house?
1,100 square feet. The average home in this area is between 15 and 2,000 square feet.
Why build in the hills? A gorgeous setting, a great location.
I would describe Laurel Canyon as kind of a refuge from Hollywood, but it's in Hollywood.
And there is land left.
Developers come in and they build as they please. It's literally the Wild West out here.
To make room for each new McMansion, tons and tons of earth are hauled away.
It's millions of cubic yards of dirt being removed from the hillsides, and it's destabilizing everything.
Walking through rubble with activist Bob Yothers on an unstable road where 3 homes were red tagged after part of Laurel Canyon came tumbling down onto Crescent Heights Boulevard. During the rains of 2005, 500 homes were tagged. But up the hill, the dirt has already been removed on an empty lot on Grandview Drive. The builder says not to worry.
They replaced the dirt with cement and steel structure, so that
shoring it up.
Yeah, it's actually would be much better than what it was before.
Michael Smith is hauling the dirt away and filling the spec house lot with concrete.
We have 4-foot piles that go 50 feet into the ground with 11,000 pounds of rebar in them. And they're not going anywhere. If anything, if they came down, the whole hill would be gone.
Technology cannot fail. We can build the most complex retaining walls, and this hillside will never come down. The Titanic will never sink.
Come on in.
And other residents fear it's just the beginning.
I really feel that Laurel Canyon is a disaster waiting to happen.
September 16th, 1979. The Kirkwood Bowl brush fire destroys 24 homes in 4 hours, 2/3 of them even before the fire department laid the first line. Fire crews had trouble finding their way up there.
It's like spaghetti.
Narrow, winding streets in thick, dense topography. That is why, according to LA City Fire Chief Chris Kawai, the fire department considers Laurel Canyon
the top priority, I believe, in the city of Los Angeles.
A new ordinance threatens to move parked cars in red zones on red flag high wind days, except for dump trucks and cement mixers that could block these spaghetti streets in an emergency.
The fire trucks couldn't get up here. They couldn't get past all of the building trucks.
Actress Katherine Hellman and husband David Christian have documented the blocked access and the collapse of walls around their home from construction across the street. Lots of evidence, few ears, they say, willing to listen.
Department of Building and Safety, building comes before safety. And it's no coincidence, because they are just green lighting and permitting everything that goes on here.
And it didn't take us long to find violations. New construction is only permitted on streets 20 feet or more in width. But on Stanley Hills Drive, our tape stretched only to a maximum of 18 feet.
But I look out at an area that frankly wasn't meant to be this developed.
City Councilman Jack Weiss concedes you can't stop people from building on private property.
We just have to dog them and make sure that they cross every T and dot every I.
And on this day, Councilman Weiss issues a stop work order for builder Michael Smith's property. But it's only temporary.
I wish I could shut it down. I mean, I wish I could.
Maybe you could. Maybe you could.
Hannah Meltzer is considering moving out of the canyon, too nervous that a caterpillar clinging to a hillside could slip one day and smash into her home, possibly killing her 2 young sons.
I've seen some plans on a geo report that they were supposed to comply with certain things, and they haven't. It's very difficult to live like that. It's difficult to function. I'm sorry.
That's awful.
The Department of Building and Safety tells us they receive 175,000 home construction permits every year. And whether that construction is in the flats or the hillsides, the department addresses each one on an individual basis. In Laurel Canyon, Robert Kovacic, Channel 4 News.